The sad thing is that in today's world, there's a lot of sick people, evil people, and I do get threatened. I've had death threats just from doing this work. I've had all kinds of threats and anger and hate, all because either A, people don't understand that this is real, or B, there's some in this field that do what I do who dislike me due to lies that were spread and attacks on me from hateful individuals. It's simply disgusting. But the amazing and wonderful thing is that the love outshines the hate by 1,000,000 to 1. For every one person who attacks, threatens, or hates on me, there's thousands who love this research and see my sincerity in what I do that has been there since day one.
Hello, Steve Huff. Don't usually address you, do I, normally? But you obviously put that in your video because you probably noticed a lot of my videos are starting to gain a bit of traction now in terms of who you are. Now, what I want to stress, okay, nobody hates you for your lies that have been told, okay? The reason why people in this field, mainly me, I guess, I know there are other people, but who are connected with me even, but call you out for what you do is because of, you know all this, you know all this, you're a liar and a fraud and all the rest of it, but you're not stupid, so you know all this. It's because of this reason. You aren't straight, you jump cut, your abs are rigged, and I'm going to go into that in a second. You don't handle any criticism whatsoever. You're pushing a narrative. This video that, again, someone sent to me, like, I don't actually go on your channel and watch your stuff. Seriously, I promise you. But I get a lot of people send me stuff, say, hey, you should watch this because it's either funny, because it's just ridiculous or whatever. And each time I think, that's about as far as it can go, come on, man. Then it just blows my mind with whatever misinformation or crap you can just make up, as long as it sends in a direction of sales to a Wanderbox, I guess. Which, by the way, as you know, you're not a box maker. What you are doing is you're buying an off-the-shelf guitar amp for a couple of £100 at the most. Then you're putting some spray paint on it. Then you're decorating it with some crystals, putting some copper wire that goes nowhere. And for that price, after scratching out the serial number, you sell for up to $4,000. You quoted me that. I put another profile up emailing you about it. And you wanted shipping for it, you fucker. Jesus Christ, that's a scam. And the whole thing about, oh, you know, don't tell anyone else, but I'm giving you this because I don't do this very often. You sell as many as you like, mate. But it's just a total scam because the Wanderbox doesn't actually help or aid communication. If anything, it muddies it up and causes pareidolia. But that's okay because you're meant to use these apps. And these apps, I'm sorry, but when it comes to you especially, they're rigged. Utterly rigged, and they're false positives. The problem is with banked apps is that you cannot tell if it is spirit communication or what was already on the amp as an MP3 snippet without cross-referencing everything. You'd have to go through your thousands of MP3s. Now guess what? You know the video that is gaining traction, where it debunks Huff, if you like, was the one with the whole Chosen thing. Although it didn't actually go to the Chosen thing, it's just the whole divination box thing. That video, you put out the narrative that you are chosen, and it's always a narrative with you. Basically, you have to excuse me because I'm actually recovering from an illness at the moment, but basically what happened is on this app, instead of having hundreds or thousands of MP3s on there, you just had 2, and it was sampled from an ASMR video. The thing saying, oh, it's so good to see you come in or whatever, and you are chosen, is on that 10-minute long sample. Granted, it's in reverse, then you put it on your box, which just flips it the other way. That's not spirit communication in the slightest. And you know that. But when that came up, did you answer criticism and go, okay, so I got it wrong, you know, I thought, you know, this is a genuine app, I thought that, you know, maybe, you know, it said I was chosen, whatever, but now I realise that, no, you didn't. You just, like, blanked it and then carried on with the narrative. Because your brand is love and light. In the snippet that I played just before me addressing you, it's always about, you know, love is the key, and so many come to defend me and all the rest of it. Thing is, Huff, if your diehard fans actually understood about your editing, and if they actually understood about the fundamentals of ITC, they probably wouldn't think so hot of it. They'd be like, oh my god. I mean, fuck me, your Patreon. You ask them for the name of the dead. Oh, that's, you know, to create intention, as you call it. You're just giving them the... It's wrong. It really is wrong. But hey, but I just wanted you to address you personally for once. Instead of doing a comical video showing how laughable it is, I just wanted to be frank with you. And that's the reason why. Because you make the field look really unlegit. And it pisses me off because the differences between you and me, apart from like you're 10 times bigger than me, I don't care about likes and subs, never asked for like and sub, is that my sessions are all in real time as is. Yours are not. Every single one is jump cut. And now you don't even hide the jump cuts, just put it in. Because those that don't understand, they just watch it and it goes over their head. They don't even realise because they don't get it. They don't, you know. I don't jump cut. I certainly don't use apps. Sorry, that's a preference thing. I don't want any angry app makers fucking being horrible to people. That's just that. I don't believe in them. Tough. But especially when it comes to you, they're purposely rigged. You know, there's a difference between an app that has an intention to be real and your apps that, you know, oh my god, it said Huff in my house. He's so well known in my house that they're talking about him. Huff. It says Huff in my house. Wow, he is so well known by the spirit world. When the penny drops, Jesus Christ, when the penny drops. So that's why you're getting flack. And yes, the videos are taking off now, like 90,000 views or whatever it is, you know. And yeah, you've got your Kool-Aiders who come to defence. And do you know what the straw man they come up with? What you've taught them. You're just jealous. Just for your information. I'm not jealous at all. I got a wife, I got a daughter, my standard of living is better than I ever expected it to be. I'm happy with my lot, I really, really am, okay? But even if that was the case, that's a straw man. It doesn't detract from the fact that you've been caught out over and over again. And don't even get me started on the DR60 recorder. The misinformation you put out is just unbelievable. And that's why, okay? So I hope you understand that, you know? You can't go back now, you just carry on what you're doing. And, you know, I probably can't be asked to carry on with you. But I'm sure I'll make another video again about you because you'll put something even more outrageous over, you know. And I just want to get the information out. It's not just you, there are others. I've outed other people as well. You're just the main one, but it's just fucking so, yeah. And Hope Paranormal, I always thought he was just a bit naive and just didn't really understand he was talking to Sound. No, he knows exactly what he's doing too. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's copying your techniques like no tomorrow. And that's the end of that, really. That's all I got to say, dude. So, yeah, put out your misinformation, but, you know, at the end of the day, you can have your, you know, your followers, you know, who won't believe it and they won't think for themselves. That'll always be the case, and you'll always be a big person. And that's fine, that's what you want. You don't really care about advancing the field. You will be gone when that decorated guitar amp that sells for up to $4,000 doesn't sell anymore. When you can't get new sales and shit, that's when you'll go and exit. But till then, you'll keep plugging it, maybe put it on TV or whatever. But it's not spirit communication, dude. Every single session you do, and you do like 3 or 4 or 5 a week or whatever, they're all proclaimed victory. Every single thing that comes out is spirit communication. It's not. It really isn't. You've got nothing to back that up on, you know, because you're not using the fundamentals of ITC. It's just sound samples. That's all it is. And then you jump cut all the time. Jump cut. And you say, oh, it's just a, you know, because, you know, nothing was happening, so we slowed it down. No, you do it to make a direct reply when it's not a direct reply. And you're so shady, you know. And, of course, anyone who doesn't really understand this, they just watch a video and they just think, wow, that's fantastic. And like I said, from day one, what you have done is you started off legit and good. I followed you from day one. You're really, really good, you know. And that's probably why I'm a bit angry, I guess, out of all of this. I mean, it's been like 2 years now I've been calling you out. You were good. And I guess money and basically being a scamming bastard was so much more, you know, better for you than being legit and real, because that brings in the pennies. Being legit and real doesn't really bring in the pennies, does it, really, you know? That's fine, whatever, but people are going to call you out for it, dude, because at the end of the day, to those that are, you know, genuine and real, you make us all look bad, because skeptics will take your channel as the gospel channel, the truthful channel, the channel that is the best, the spokesperson for IDC, sit and go, this is a crock of shit, ghosts don't exist, or whatever. And that's the next thing, the narrative. That's what I want to briefly talk about quickly. Your narrative. You say, are all spirits demons or devils? Well, you're certainly allowed your own beliefs, of course you are, but you never phrase it as, this is what I believe, or this is what I think I've got in the spirit box. It's always a narrative. Your brand is love and light. Always love and light, because love conquers all. Any hate that comes my way, they're just jealous haters. You know, they haven't got a, you know, legit criticism against me at all. It's not legit. They're just haters, just jealous of me, you know. I'm the chosen one, remember. You have the only absolutes in all of this. As I say to the skeptics, Huff, okay, and this is what I mean by misinformation. I say to the skeptics, I cannot prove to you I'm talking to the dead. I cannot prove to you if I'm talking to the devil or demon, despite our numerous sessions, which I can show you, and I'll put a link in the description of my real sessions if you can be asked to watch them, and maybe you'll go, God, inspiring, I want to go back to how I used to be, but I really doubt it. You know, despite how clearly that comes out, devil, demon, I can't prove to you but they are devils, demons, or the dead. Despite how clear, I can't prove to you that. The only thing I can prove to you is that something is answering back and it has intelligence. That is the only absolutes in this. You don't phrase it as a belief of yours and you're entitled to that. I don't believe they're all demons either, but I don't know. It's all a narrative. And so long as the narrative goes through towards the Wanderbox or the off-the-shelf unit, which is just a decorated guitar amp, which is an absolute insult to real box makers, by the way, who actually make their own circuits, their own stuff, and sell it for much less money, where a lot more work has gone in. You know, as long as it goes towards that narrative, then that's great. Brand Huff. And like I say, I mean, look at my avatar. I have a picture of my famous Charlie picture. Your avatar is you looking sad with your little cross or whatever, you know? They always say it's about the ghost and not about the host, but what do I know? I'm a terrible host myself. Take care, Huffy, and there'll be many more videos to come if you keep being stupid, which you will. And I got to spread the truth, mate, you know? Like I said, you know, it's not just you, called out many others, but there are also many legit channels out there, and it's such a shame they don't get the attention they deserve, because everybody wants flashy lights and entertainment, and that's not spirit communication. It's just, what's my favourite line, guys? It's just not paranormal. You're not a paranormal channel. You're just normal. Take care.